Hey guys, Ken Kaplan here from Kaplan Cycles on site, the New England Motorcycle Museum, and this is the fastest Ducati I've ridden in a long time. I took it out yesterday. This is the M1100, not the 696 or the small bore one. This is the big bore, the full Mac Daddy 1100. These bikes are extremely expensive. This one's highly customized. Jay had invested over, he gave me a breakdown of all the costs of the parts I'll share with you. There's a total of $23,000, $23,175 invested in this, which sounds like a lot until you take into consideration how much custom work is done. This is a one-of-a-kind Ducati monster. You will not see another one like this. This is a show bike. It's loaded with cool custom accessories. The bike itself was $13,240 out the door when it was new. That was in 2009. In the last 10 years, they've gone up a lot. You're going to spend, for a new monster, you're going to spend between 15 and 20, depending on which model you get, because they do have a few various trim levels. It's the ultimate hooligan bike. This model is the first year of the single-sided rear swing arm on it and the 1100cc motor, and it's been completely, has no miles on it. It's got 12,000 miles on it. The previous owner and Jay had done a ton of work to it. They took it right down to the frame. The frame was powder coated red, and then the entire body was sprayed this awesome deep jet black. Looks like if Batman owned a Ducati, this would be it. Most monsters don't have a fairing. That was one of the very expensive options. The whole fairing has been painted black to match the bike, as is the chin fairing and the custom handmade tailpiece with the glove box underneath there. I'll show you in a second. It's got a custom saddle on it. It's got the Termignoni exhaust system, the carbon fiber exhaust. When he had the bike apart, he took the wheels apart, sent them out, took the bearings out, and had the wheels powder coated this awesome gold color. It looks like a factory conversion because it was done so well. The fit and finish on this bike is just like you'd expect a factory prototype to be. The gold rim is complemented by a black rim bead on the side with the Italian colors on it, just absolutely stunning. The powder coating of the wheels, the painting of the frame, the tank, the fairing, the tailpiece, the custom tail section with the seat, the chin fairing, the Termignoni exhaust. It also has the CRG levers. I know I'm going kind of fast, so I don't know if Kenny's keeping along here up with me, but these are CRG custom adjustable levers, aluminum. These levers are 170 bucks a pair. It has bar and turn signals, which I'll show you in a second. Those are 275 bucks, not including installation, and bar end mirrors, high-end bar end mirrors. So lots of really expensive options were put on the bike. The dash on it is custom. The tailpiece is custom. The total parts and labor to do the conversion was 90 hours labor to strip the whole bike down. Plus parts, it came out to $6,650 for the paint and parts, and $3,285 in labor at 90 hours of labor. 36 and a half hours labor at 90 bucks an hour. So that's 36 and a half hours labor to strip the whole bike down, fabricate some of the components on the bike, and reassemble it and tune it. So the total investment, $23,175, and that didn't include another $1,200 worth of parts. So the total was $24,175. Sorry, I forgot that part. $24,175. That's a lot of money for a bike. This is a bike that the previous owner had a love affair with. This is a bike this is a labor of love. Obviously, when you put almost 25 grand into a Ducati, you're not going to get your money back 5 or 10 years later. But whoever gets this bike is buying a unique, rare, handcrafted and customized, super powerful machine that, unless you're Valentino Rossi, you don't need any more power than this. This is over 100 horsepower. This thing is extremely fast and will do wheelies in every gear. I think Kenny can had a couple comments you want to make about the bike if you'd like to pipe in it at any time. The tires on it are top of the line Diablo Rossos by Pirelli. Huge rear tire. Look at this thing. It's a 180/50 ZR17, and the tires are in excellent new condition. It has a matching Diablo Rosso on the front, of course. Brembo disc brakes, huge calipers and rotors, triple disc brakes, single-sided swing arm, trellis frame. It also has a I know what the $1,200 worth of parts are. I forgot. It's got a set of custom rear sets on it. I forget the manufacturer's name, but these rear sets are very expensive, and it has the aftermarket open dry clutch. It's normally cover on there, you can't see in there. This gives it that real snake charm or rattle at an idle with the dry clutch. So this is a really, really, really highly customized piece. The number plate on the back that's hand painted, that's not a sticker. The leather seat is embossed with the black and red stripes to match the black and red on the frame. So sure, you can go down to the Ducati dealer today, spend, let's say they're 15 to 20,000. Let's say you walk out of the dealership for 20 grand with the bike. As soon as you roll it out of the dealership, it's gonna be worth 15. You're gonna lose 5 grand. Buy this bike, it's 10 years old. It's been completely depreciated and it's truly one of a kind. You're never gonna find another one like this. You can go to the Italian Motorcycle Owners Club and pull up in this, and I promise you, everybody's gonna walk over and go, what is this? This is a new Ducati special edition? Because monsters generally don't have the front fairing. And if you look at the quality of the craftsmanship, Kenny, zoom inside here and look at this inner, it's got a mount for the GoPro up in the top here. This is all hand fabricated, welded, and mounted to the frame. Just stunning, the craftsmanship. That kind of work, folks, is expensive. All the components on here, nothing was spared. Again, 275 bucks just for the 2 turn signals. That's just 2 little tiny pieces. Everywhere you look, there's $100 bills on this bike. The rear sets are expensive, and the quality of craftsmanship is just impeccable. The seat over here, the tailpiece on this is really quite a cool piece. Look at this. This lifts up, and under here you have the storage box back in here. So you've got a glove box in the back, which is attached by Zerk fittings like this. Look at that. So if you're a drug runner and you want to put a pound of cocaine in there, you're golden. They'll never catch it. Just kidding. You never know what you're gonna put in there. Put your gun in there. Put your motorcycle anti-theft GPS in there. Whatever you want to put in there. Put your gun in there. I don't know. Whatever you want to carry. Put your gloves in there. Whatever you want. But that's a cool piece. Look at the craftsmanship on this. That kind of work is expensive. And again, as our lead curator for the museum and our lead tour guide, Carl, he said the bike is one of a kind, and that's really the value of a bike like this. You're just not going to find another one like it anywhere. And the quality of everything is on point. Even the rear license plate, the license plate mount back here. Look at this. Just beautiful. If you have any questions about the bike, give us a call, 860-454-7024. I'm going to go take a ride on it, and if you're a young buck that wants the badass ass Ducati that no one else has on the planet, but you don't want to fork out $20-something thousand to build it or buy it, then buy this bike. If you're my age, you're 55, and you're going through well, I can't say a midlife crisis because I'm past midlife, but if you want to relive your youth, buy this bike. It's been fully depreciated, it's in mint condition, it needs nothing but a new owner, and it's ready to ride cross country. So good luck bidding on it. We've got a low reserve on it. For a low reserve, keeping in mind that there's almost 25 G tied up in this monster. So just a fantastic bike. I've had quite a few Ducatis. When Junior came along, that's when I got out of it, and I sold my Super Sport because generally, you know, when you're doing 145 miles an hour on the highway, things can happen fast, and I just didn't trust myself. I was a little immature back then. 20 years later, I've calmed down a little bit. I'm not quite as nuts on a bike. But if you can ride, you'll never get bored of this bike. You'll never outgrow this bike. You'll never need more horsepower or a better handling bike than this. So good luck bidding on it. God bless Italy for making kick-ass motorcycles like this. Join the Italian Motorcycle Owners Club. Take this bad boy down the Ace Cafe. Bring it down to Blue Ridge Parkway and have a blast. Wheelie off into the sunset. Good luck bidding on it. God bless America. What's up, guys? Now for the best part of my day, maybe my whole week. I get to ride this monster 1100, and that's what it's all about, man. Thing's a beast. Kenny told me to beware. He said at 3,500 RPM, the rear tire breaks loose.
Out of gas.
Put gas in it.
Out of gas.
This thing's just awesome. A lot of torque,
This is a V twin, but it doesn't feel anything like a Harley, that's for sure. When I was in my 30s, when Taylor was born, I had a Ducati 900 Super Sport with a Stage 2 kit on it, which is an open air box and carbon fiber exhaust, very similar to this, but not nearly as fast. And the sound these things make is just absolutely music. You don't have to rev them to the moon, and they've got tons of power. Good, usable, torquey power. And like Harley Davidson, they've been working on the same basic engine design for decades, so they've got them figured out. They're reliable, they're fast, relatively affordable, parts are readily available, and this one here is one really unique, special piece, unlike any other monster I've ever seen. Wish there wasn't so much traffic, but that may be a good thing. Keep me from going too fast. Very light and nimble steering. Just think about turning and it goes. This fairing will pay dividends when you're going at highway speeds. You just tuck down under the fairing and go. Love the sound of the dry clutch and the dual carbon fiber exhaust. Dual front brakes, dual exhaust, twin bar end mirrors. Oh, I mentioned the turn signals. Check those out. Hopefully you can see them in the camera. Bar end LED turn signals, super nice. I love it. What an ass. Fuck you. Man, I hate drivers like that. Sorry for swearing, guys. I just, people pull in front of me and I lose my temper. That's the one thing that pisses me off more than bike thieves is terrible drivers that cut motorcyclists off. I've never been more angry in my life than with bike thieves, ever. Just one thing you don't do is steal another man's bike. Not at all. Not on my watch. Take this baby out in the highway, open her up a little bit. These are super stable at highway speeds, unlike the Harley Davidson, the dynos that I have. You get going 85, 90, 95 miles an hour, unless the bone stock ones, I mean mine don't because they're highly modified, but the stock ones start feeling a little wobbly at speed. Not the Ducatis. These are engineered, over engineered for highway speeds. In fact, I'll go as far as to say the Ducatis start handling better at around 100. And when you're going 55, 60, not quite as stable as once you start going fast. The air pushes down on the fairing and you tuck in behind the fairing and just go. Sorry there's so much traffic here. It's kind of a boring ride, but I'm trying to get up to Reservoir Road, which is a lot of fun to ride down. I don't know if you can hear that dry clutch. It sounds so cool. Signature of a high-performance Ducati. The exhaust is perfect on this bike. The stock is way too quiet, and some of the ones I've heard, like the Fast by Ferracci's, the open header ones, just hurt your ears. This one's got baffles in it, so it sounds awesome, but it's more like music to your ears instead of hurting your ears. If you buy this bike and you want to store it in the museum, we'd be happy to leave it there on display in our Ducati section in the museum all winter for free. We normally charge $250 for that. We'll also give you a year's pass to the museum, which is another $250. That's $500 value. free storage and free museum tickets for the year. We'd have a lot of cool events. Also, if you buy the bike, well, you can fly into Bradley International Airport, and we can mail you the docs so you can get it registered, and then fly into Bradley International Airport, which is about 20 minutes from here, take an Uber over and ride the bike home. Or just take it for, come out, take it for a ride. We'll let you borrow the dealer plate to ride it, and then pick it up whenever. We're coming to the end of our riding season here in New England. It's November is this Friday, so oh yeah, let her breathe, let her eat. She's thirsty. You can count on maybe another 4 to 6 weeks, and we're going to start getting snow in December. December is only 4 weeks away, so it'll be a white Christmas. Front end comes right up. They crack the throttle on this thing. She definitely wants to eat. Again, this is a bike that was a labor of love, total obsession for the previous owner. I mean, nobody buys a new bike like this and strips it down to the frame and redoes everything unless they're completely obsessed and have a lot of extra income, so to speak, disposable income, to buy all these super expensive parts, and some of them had to be modified to fit on the bike, and at $90 an hour, having custom work done adds up, that's for sure. I couldn't ask for a better platform to do it on. The Ducati Monster 1100 is a thoroughbred performance machine, engineered from the ground up for high performance in their traditional V-twin engine. Let's get this guy out of the way. It'll be smooth sailing. We're going to go down Reservoir Road. This is my favorite road. It's 2.2 miles, and there's about 25 corners on it. So hang in there. It'll be worth this part of the ride. Hang in there with me if you made it this far. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, I always forget to ask people to subscribe, but it's hard to believe we had 687,000 people, 1.2 million videos viewed last month, and we only have 33,000 subscribers, which I think is weird. How can you have 33,000 subscribers and 1.2 million views in a month? But hey, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm glad we got the views. But if you can click the subscribe button, that'll help our channel grow. Like the video, comment. A lot of leaves on the road. You got to be careful this time of year in New England because the roads are wet, and if there's any oil on the road, combined with the leaves, it's almost like riding on ice. And when you got 100 rear wheel horsepower and tons of torque, the last thing you want is slippery roads. That's for sure. Beautiful fall day here in New England. Yeah. Feel that power. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, triple disc brakes, baby. Haul you down from speed in short order. This is the kind of bike that will wheelie up the road, up the on-ramp onto the highway, first through fifth gear, no problem. If you got the balls, it's got the power. I don't recommend you do that due to the laws and tickets you might get, or you could die. But if you want to take it on a closed course like Thompson Motor Speedway, when they have their track day, this is the bike you take to the track day. Sign up and go out and have some fun. Good clean fun. Who needs alcohol and drugs when you can have this much fun riding a bike? And heck, if you don't feel the hand of God at work when you're out riding through the forest like this, with all the leaves and the trees and a nice warm fall day, a little cloudy. Like my dad used to say, if you're not happy right now, you'll never be happy. What a great machine. It's carbureted perfect, or injected perfectly. Just a beautiful machine. Handles like a dream. Great suspension, better brakes, and killer motor. What else can you ask for? What an awesome bike. That was fun. I want to turn around and go do that again. Yes, I do have the best job in the world. Definitely blessed. Good times. Bar and mirrors are nice. I like them. Sounds great going underneath the bridge. Very cool. If you have any questions about the bike, give us a call, 860-454-7524. Again, 860-454-7024. Cody can hook you up on the financing and help you with all the paperwork. And Junior can also. If you have a bike you want to trade in, give us a call. We do take trade-ins. And again, we can help with the financing, the storage. We can help you with the shipping on the bike. You can ship anywhere in the country for under $500 or around 500. So don't let shipping bother you. If you want to take the bike and register it after you in the spring, you can do that. If you want to register it now and start riding it tomorrow, that's up to you. And again, if you want to leave it in the museum, we'd be honored to keep it and have it in the New England Motorcycle Museum Ducati display. We actually could use some more Ducatis here for sure. It's one bike you can never have too many of, Ducatis. That's the mayor's office and town hall right over there. And if you come visit us in Rockville, there's everything you need right here in town. We got a corner market right here. My buddy Dale just opened a tattoo shop right here. And we got Flint's barber shop, the shoe repair shop, and Antonio's Pizza, and a church. You need to get God-centered. And the hospital. Let's hope you don't need that. I've been here since 1974, 4th grade when we got here. I was 9 years old. My mom worked in the doctor's office up the hill here, about a half mile, 1 block up. These are my old stomping grounds. Luckily the rain held up. Looks like it's about to rain, but we dodged a bullet. Very humid though, it's probably close to 100% humidity. little bit of rain, a little misty rain drops. I was told the bike was never ridden in the rain, so this might be a first. But it's not really raining out. It's kind of just misty out. What a powerhouse. Wow. Third gear, roll the throttle on. She just goes. Pulls like a freight train. Feels like there's a giant rubber band pulling you forward. Unbelievable. Very nice. Whoever gets this bike is getting one kick-ass, world-class super bike for pennies on the dollar. That sounds like a win-win to me. And it's going up in value now. It's done depreciating. It's only going to go up in value from here. So take care of it. It should treat you good. And it's an investment quality bike. It's a quality investment machine. God, I love that exhaust. The exhaust note on this thing is, I'll call it intoxicating. It just makes you want more. Very, very cool. You'll be hard pressed to find a nicer, more trick Ducati that's been this much loved and cared for. Again, call us if you have any questions. Junior, is there anything you'd like to add about this bike you haven't already mentioned, or?
Thing's strict. I rode it up the driveway one time and almost flipped it over backwards. Just kidding. No, the front end comes up very easily, and it's extremely fast. So for experienced riders, for sure.
What are your thoughts, young man?
My thoughts are, the Ducati Monster is the only bike that I almost killed myself on. And if you want to pull a wheelie, you don't have to go first gear, you don't have to go second gear. Third gear is very easy, okay? But you'll be going 75, 80 miles an hour when that front wheel comes up. This bike is an animal, and it's a one of a kind. There are no others like it.
Thank you. There you have it, folks, right from the man himself, Carl. And again, call us if you have any questions. I love the gold rims with the Italian insignia on the side, the black. It's just a stunning machine. One off, one of a kind. Good luck bidding on her. God bless Italy for these kick-ass bikes, and God bless America.